Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
John, I got you.
John, do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say it tag grounded, I don't trust these feelings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and obscene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke full of steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Hi, am I on the air?
Yes, you are on the air. What is going down, everybody? Welcome to your hub, your entertainment hub, where you come to each and every week to find out the latest and greatest in entertainment news. This is Am I on the Air? Welcome to the show once again. I'm your host, Don Mega. This is Season 14, Episode 20. And tonight's show is titled Creepy Dolls. Creepy Dolls. Now, I unfortunately do not have a movie review for you this week. The number one film, and hence the show title Creepy Dolls, is about a little creepy doll named Annabelle. Annabelle Creation is the number one film in America. Did very, very well at the box office. Well, I didn't see it. I was kind of so-so. I was on the fence about this one. And my brother-in-law is my horror guy. He's the one I go and see all the horror movies with. And I put out the offer this past Friday night and said, hey, you ready to go see Annabelle? And he said, I'm not interested in this one. Gonna skip it. And since he skipped it, I ended up skipping it, and so therefore I don't have it for you. I was interested in the beginning. I had zero interest in this film. I didn't even see the original Annabelle movie, but this is a prequel. It's got a better director, and from pretty much all the word I've been hearing, this movie's actually pretty good. For being a little scary flick about a creepy doll. It's actually not bad from what I hear, so it does intrigue me a bit more, but, horror is one of those funky genres that most of the people I hang out with don't really care to go see horror movies, and I just don't really care to go see it by myself, unless it's a movie I'm dying to see, which, unfortunately, Annabelle Creation was not one of them, but congratulations for being number one at the box office. So, we're going to skip over the movie review of the week, how we normally start. Next weekend, we will have a new movie review. We will be checking out The Hitman's Bodyguard, so looking very forward to that one. But in the meantime, we're just going to get you caught up with the latest and greatest in entertainment news. Actually, hasn't been that crazy of a week, so I think we're going to have a pretty nice and tight show here today. Once again, I'd like to give a shout out to Stardust. If you're not following me on the Stardust app, what is your problem? I've been telling you guys for the last several weeks you need to download this app. It's called Stardust. Yes, Stardust. It's all one word. You can follow them on Twitter at Stardust_app. They are available on Facebook. This is a really cool app that you can download, and you can follow people like myself, and you can watch and even post your own 30-second mini reviews for movies and TV shows. It's really, really cool. I'm pretty damn active on there. I just threw up a review for Chips. I review a lot of TV on there, so check out my latest reviews for like Room 104 and Practical Jokers and a bunch more. So definitely check that out. It is, once again, Stardust. I recommend it very highly. please download the app and go ahead and give me a follow. I am on the app as simply Don Mega. All right? So with that out the way, let's get going with our news of the week. Showtime has released some trailers for a couple new shows they got coming out. One's called White Famous and one's called Smilf. I haven't checked out the Smilf one yet, so I have no idea what this one's about. But I did see the one for White Famous, and it looks really, really good. It has Jay Farrow from SNL. He left a couple years ago, and he's awesome. And it's got him. It's got Jamie Foxx. I think it takes place in the Californication universe, which is actually really, really cool because I was a big fan of that show. You just got to kind of watch it to see exactly what's going on here. But I thought it was a really cool trailer. The show debuts in October. Big congratulations to Wonder Woman, who finally passed the $400 million mark at the domestic box office, man. She is killing it. This movie is smashing on all levels. What can you say, man? Wonder Woman. Just biggest movie of the summer. It is, crossing the $400 million mark, over $800 million worldwide. So much great stuff for Gal Gadot, Patty Jenkins, and the DCEU. Matt Gerald is returning to Avatar for, I believe, all of the sequels. And he's also going to be joining Crackle's new show, The Oath. We have an article up that's Who's Deadpool 2's Cable? Remember last week we talked about Cable. We debuted the first image of him, played by Josh Brolin. And for those of you that have really no idea who the hell Cable is, check out this little post we did about a week ago on our Twitter. It's called Who is Deadpool 2? Everything You Need to Know. And it's like a minute long. It really goes through the entire history and gets you caught up to speed on Cable. We have the first full official trailer for Mother! Mother is the new Darren Aronofsky film starring Jennifer Lawrence and Javier Bardem. It looks really creepy. It looks kind of crazy. Check out this new trailer for Mother. We have the honest trailer for Alien Covenant, and they feel pretty much the same way I did about this film. We have Everything Wrong with Annabelle in 17 minutes or less. Check out that for the first movie. David Letterman is returning to TV with a new Netflix talk show. Yeah, he's coming back. He's going to do it on Netflix. I believe it's only going to be 6 or 8 episodes. And he says he's excited about it. He's like, I'm going to get whoever the hell I want to get on it. I'm going to ask whatever the hell kind of questions I want to ask. He's coming out the gate swinging, man. And that's, Netflix is a great forum for that. So congratulations to him coming back. Speaking of coming back, another person coming back to Avatar is Mr. Stephen Lang. Stephen Lang, of course, was the main villain in the original Avatar film. And spoiler alert, we thought he died in the first movie, but somehow he's coming back. And not only that, he is going to be the main villain, according to James Cameron, for all 4 of the Avatar sequels. So, he said, same guy, same motherfucker through all 4 movies. That's what James Cameron quoted. Interesting move. I don't know how smart it is from a business aspect to be like, oh, he's your main villain for 4 films. So then that makes me feel like in each movie, I don't have to worry about him getting killed or anything happening to him. Unless every movie he's a different clone or something. But who knows with James Cameron? He might have something up his sleeve. So we'll see what ends up happening with that. Congratulations to Game of Thrones again. Somebody hacked them and was putting out this leaked episode. And then it went ahead and it got the record ratings for that leaked episode when it actually aired on HBO. So, you know what? They had nothing to worry about. People still tuned in. People still watched. I don't know why they sweat leaked episodes so much or leaked movies. Because, honestly, your general public is not going to know where to go to find these things. And they're not going to know, they're not going to bother to waste the time to watch leaked stuff. They're going to just wait till next week and watch it on HBO like they always do. So I think Hollywood overreacts to this leaked stuff quite sometimes. And this kind of proves it with record ratings for the leaked episode. We have an article up with Meet the Characters of the Ninjago movie. That's the newest Lego film. It drops next month on September 22nd, so you can get to know those characters now. Fox's A Christmas Story has just cast Maya Rudolph for a main character role over there. We have the brand new trailer for Disjointed, which is a new show starring Kathy Bates coming to Netflix. Fox CEO says 24 isn't over yet. We're really going to be exploring what the future might be, perhaps as an anthology storytelling franchise. That's what Fox chairman and CEO Dana Walden says. So if you're a fan of 24, don't worry. It looks like it'll be coming back in some form or fashion. Cowboy Ninja Viking. Yes, say that 10 times over. Cowboy Ninja Viking, which is a Chris Pratt action movie that he signed on for like years ago, finally has an official release date. The studio has dated Friday, June 28th of 2019 as the official release date for Chris Pratt's new Assassin movie. Basically, he's an assassin who manifests the toughest skills of 3 different personas: a cowboy, a ninja, and a Viking. It's going to be a hard-edged actioneer laced of attitude. It's based on the Image Comics graphic novel. So, no directors attached. I would expect something soon since they just dated it. And, yeah. This is pretty cool, man. I've been looking forward to this movie. I thought it was kind of dead since they haven't talked anything about it, but good to see it get a date. The X-Files, remember, they're getting another season. They're coming back next year, and they're going to be largely ditching the mythology episodes next season and just going back to regular episodes, week-by-week cases, which is pretty cool. I think that's the better way to go. Fox has said that they're in early negotiations to possibly bring back King of the Hill, so we'll see what happens with that. Congratulations to a couple shows over on HBO, especially one from my man Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Rock rolls! HBO has given the green light to Ballers Season 4, and Insecure has also been renewed and given a Season 3. Very happy about this news. I'm a big fan of Ballers. I love this show. I've said it before. I'm not even a sports guy, but I love this show. So definitely check it out if you haven't seen it yet. The Rock, HBO. Ballers is currently on its 3rd season right now. Glad to see it coming back for a 4th. We have a brand new teaser for The Gifted, which is the new Fox show coming based in the X-Men universe. Selena Gomez, Elle Fanning, and Timothy Chalamet have joined a new Woody Allen movie. It's a new unnamed project, but they're just joined the cast of that. We know they're rebooting Hellboy. We've been talking about this one. And now we know who's going to play the Blood Queen. The movie was titled Hellboy: Rise of the Blood Queen. And there's been some conflicting reports lately that they're going to just drop the subtitle and the movie will just be called Hellboy now. Either way, the Blood Queen has been cast, and it'll be none other than Mila Jovovich. So that is awesome. I think she's a great addition to this. You know she can kick some ass. Whether you love or hate the Resident Evil movies, she kicks ass in them, and I think she's going to be pretty damn cool as the Blood Queen. 13 Reasons Why. So we got some new casting for Season 2 that you can check out. This is a big one here, man. The Walt Disney Company. You know, they've been doing a deal with Netflix for quite some time. But they just put out word Disney's going to pull their movies from Netflix, and they're going to be launching their own brand new streaming service in 2019. Yep. They're going to pull their movies from Netflix, beginning with the... Excuse me. They're going to be pulling their movies from Netflix, beginning with the 2019 calendar year theatrical slate. So this is going to include Disney and Pixar titles. So that's where we're at right now. Disney says they have not made a decision yet as far as Marvel and Lucasfilm. Because remember, Disney owns the Marvel Studios. They also own Lucasfilm, which does all the Star Wars films. So I'm a little torn on this one. Because on one hand, okay, well, it makes sense from a Disney perspective, right? Why not have your own streaming service? That just makes sense to me. It's Disney, for God's sakes. And they got a ton of movies and TV shows. To not include your Marvel and Star Wars seems pretty dumb, right? If you're going to do a streaming service, you should probably put all your eggs in the basket so people subscribe to this thing. Because, you know, people are leaving cable services because they don't have enough money. And then now what we're ending up doing is everybody's got a streaming service. So you're going to need the Disney one. You're going to need Netflix. You're going to need Hulu. You're going to need Amazon. You know, you're going to need CBS All Access. Like, you need all these individual streaming services. And by the time you're done with everything, you're right back to a cable package. Especially if you want HBO or Showtime, you know, Stars. You got to pay $15 a pop pretty much for all of those. So it all adds up. So Disney doing it on their own from their own business standpoint makes a lot of sense, but from a family standpoint, does it really make sense? Do you need to watch that much Disney that you're going to subscribe to this thing? Because let's face it, Disney loves to gouge for money. How much is this thing going to be? I see this being $15 to $20 a month for Disney. Now, if it doesn't have Marvel or Star Wars, then maybe it's not worth it. So, you know, that's just one piece of the puzzle there. We did find out a couple days later after this news was announced that Netflix was in negotiations with Disney to keep the Star Wars and the Marvel properties on Netflix. So we'll see how that turns out, because if those negotiations go through, maybe that is something they'll go ahead and leave alone, and just the Disney and Pixar movies will go on their streaming service, and they'll just leave it aimed for kids. If they don't do that and they bring over Marvel and Star Wars, I think the only way that this streaming service goes really well is if they do like Netflix does and create brand new exclusive content for it. Brand new Disney shows, brand new Marvel stuff, brand new Star Wars shows that are exclusive only on the Disney streaming service. No word if that's what they're going to do, but that's the only thing I can think of to really make this thing work. But nonetheless, this is all speculation. All we do know for now is that Disney will launch their own streaming service in 2019, and all the Disney stuff will be pulled from Netflix, and I think from Hulu too, because Hulu does some older Disney stuff, and I think it'll all go to the new Walt Disney streaming service. So there you go. A couple years ago, after How I Met Your Mother finished, they said, we're going to do this spin-off show, and we're going to do How I Met Your Dad, and then it kind of fell apart. Well, it's coming back together again. How I Met Your Dad is moving forward. They've hired some writers. They're working on it. And we'll kind of go from there. I'm excited for this, man. If they get a good group behind this, I can totally dig a How I Met Your Dad show. The Simpsons are approaching season 30, and the Fox CEO says that she doesn't see an end anytime soon. That is crazy, man. I can't believe that many people still watch The Simpsons. It is just so nuts. Speaking of CEOs, the Lionsgate CEO says that more stories are to be told in the Hunger Games and the Twilight universes. Oh, God. Stop it. Nobody wants more Twilight. Nobody even wants more Hunger Games at this point. We told our stories. We did the books. End it. End it. End it. We have the brand new second trailer for Wonder. This is the new movie with Owen Wilson and Julia Roberts with Jacob Tremblay. Really cute looking movie, man. Comes out in a couple of months. This could have Oscar potential all over it. Let's see here. Remember, we talked a couple weeks ago about the sad passing of Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. We had found out that him and the band had just done a carpool karaoke, and James Gordon, who of course does the carpool karaoke's, he came out and he says that he's going to defer to the Chester Bennington family on what to do with the episode. He says, we consider it to not be our decision to make. He left it up with Chester's widow and said, you know, you guys think about this and you let us know. If you want us to air it, we'll air it. If you don't, we won't. And I think that that's great. I think James Gordon is a stand-up man. I love the skits and I love everything he does. And I, as a fan, would love to see the Linkin Park carpool karaoke. This was shot a couple days before he passed. And I think that would be really cool to kind of just get a fun final look at Chester and the band, you know, doing something silly like this. But it's up to the family, and we'll see where it goes from there. We have our article up with Donald Glover talking about the Han Solo movie director switch. Check that out if you're interested. We got some new Justice League promo photos that popped up. It's from a new Justice League calendar that somebody got their hands on. And guess what? They got a shot of Superman on it. They've been trying to hide him so much. but he's here on this calendar. He looks pretty badass. But yeah, this is pretty much the only time you've seen Superman so far is in toys and marketing. But this is listed here from a calendar coming out, so you can check that out if you're interested. Jennifer Lawrence gives us an update on her movie with Amy Schumer. We talked about this, at least a year ago, that Amy Schumer and Jennifer Lawrence they wrote a movie together where they play sisters, and then they thought it was going to be really funny. They're going to do it together, and then we just heard nothing for a while. Jennifer Lawrence says it's done. The script is done. They said that they're meeting with directors to see who should maybe take on the project, but she says it's coming very soon. So glad to see that the project is not dead and that these two still want to do it together. So very, very cool. We got a bunch of Star Wars stuff. I'm not going to go into everything here. Basically, Entertainment Weekly put out a couple magazine covers, one with Luke, one with Rey. Very cool covers, and then they released a bunch of little nuggets about Star Wars. Now, people are very picky with their Star Wars news. I mean, me just saying, like, Kylo Ren's jacket is black, and somebody would be like, spoiler alert! How dare you let me know his jacket is black? So, I want to be careful here when it comes to Star Wars, so I'm not going to get into any particulars, but there's been a lot of stuff, if you didn't know, that's come out in the last week. We posted it all up on our Twitter and Facebook page. Head over to our Twitter. It's twitter.com/amiontheair. Scroll back a couple days, and you'll see all of our breakdown of the Star Wars information from the Entertainment Weekly magazine, which is really, really cool. The new show Snowfall, which airs on FX, has been renewed for Season 2. Congratulations there. Netflix has announced a Coen Brothers anthology series that they're going to be doing. It's called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and it'll be coming in 2018. We got an article up with director Mark Webb. He shares some plans and ideas for what his Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield would have been if it wouldn't have been canceled. So that's kind of cool. Always cool to kind of look back and see that kind of stuff. Katie Holmes has joined the movie adaptation of The Secret. Remember that book? Well, she is taking on that one. I don't really care. Aaron Eckhart has joined Matthew Weiner's The Romanovs. This is the saga of the Russian royal family. Amazon has announced that Aaron Eckhart is the latest actor to join the Romanovs. I love Aaron Eckhart. I'm glad to see him in a new project there. The Dark Tower TV series fate may be based on a survey. Yes, it was funny because that movie kind of bombed and everybody was like, no, we're still going to do the TV show. Well, a week later, they're like, oh, crap, maybe we shouldn't do the TV show. So they're putting out a survey. They're asking people, do you care? Do you want it to follow in the same universe as the movie? Things like that. And based on how this survey pans out, might be the official fate of the Dark Tower TV show. So we'll see what happens there. Director Philip Noyce is set to direct a World War II action thriller called The Devil's Brigade. Got an article up with Carl Urban talking about Scourge's pact with the devil in Thor Ragnarok. Deadpool director Tim Miller has signed on to do his next project. He is going to direct Neuromancer. Neuromancer is the classic 1984 award-winning cyberpunk novel by William Gibson. This is a book that people adore and they love. It was way ahead of its time. It was written, I think, like I just said, in 84. And it basically is like The Matrix. It's very futuristic. This guy had a big vision of the future. And you know what? I think this is a great mix here. Tim Miller taking it on, I think, is a great addition. And I'm looking forward to this. So Tim Miller doing Neuromancer. Very, very cool. So this was a big piece of news that came out the other day. Supposedly James Cameron reached out to Josh Brolin because everybody wants Josh Brolin in their film, right? He's Thanos, he's Cable, he's doing all these movies. So James Cameron reached out to him and said, hey man, guess what? Why don't you come be in the Avatar sequels? And Josh Brolin said, nah, I'm good. And supposedly James Cameron didn't like that and started calling him names. It was like, you motherfucker, like, how dare you, you fucking asshole, I fucking hate you, like, talked a lot of shit to Josh Brolin, which I was like, wow, really? He blew a gasket, huh? Because somebody didn't want to be in the Avatar sequels. You know, it's just kind of funny because Josh Brolin gives no F's in this story. Most of the time you don't hear actors talk about things like this, but he came right out and was like, you know what, James Cameron's pissed at me right now. And he talked a lot of shit to me. When he says, you know, if I ever see him in public and he comes up to me and says, man, why'd you say those things? And I'm going to say, because you said that shit to me. Like, I ain't beating around the bush. You talk crap. And that's the way it is. So, who knows what the true story is behind this, but it's pretty damn funny the way that it went down. I love this casting. It looks like Riz Ahmed is going to be joining Tom Hardy in the Venom movie. How are they not filming this thing already? This movie comes out next year, and they haven't even started filming. I don't know. It's crazy. But Riz Ahmed is great, man. I love this dude. He was awesome in Nightcrawler. He did the HBO miniseries The Night Of, and he was incredible in that. Most people know him from Rogue One last year. He's awesome. No word yet on who he's playing. I know a lot of people are speculating he's going to be Carnage. They're saying he's not. So I don't care who he's playing. I'm just glad that he's joining the Venom movie. I think that that's really, really cool casting. Westworld has just added Viking star Gustav Skarsgård to star in the next season of Westworld. So there you go. They've also added some people from Tyrant and Good Girls Revolt. Ryan Murphy says that they're going to be doing the assassination of Gianni Versace in reverse. So when the show debuts, it'll kind of work Memento style, backwards, forwards. So very interesting there for a show like that. We got Everything Wrong with the Nut Job in 11 minutes or less. So check that one out. We have the Starship Troopers Traitor of Mars extended trailer. Yes, extended. The creators of the show Fada are bringing a new series to Netflix. Don't really have much more news than that. I never heard of Fada. It was probably some international thing. Blade Runner 2049 has officially been given an R rating. So, good. Because it should. We have the Season 2 trailer for The Crown that you can check out. Another Netflix show. Nick Jonas has just signed on to join Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in their next movie, Chaos Walking. He's joining the cast there. Brian Fuller says that conversations have begun about doing a Hannibal revival, which is kind of crazy. Hannibal's only been off the air for like a year, and they're already talking about bringing it back. But hey, why not? Black Lightning, you know, the new CW show in the superhero universe, has just cast LA rapper Crondon as the big baddie Tobias Whale. He's going to be playing Season 1's big bad Tobias Whale. So there you go. I don't know much about this guy, but he looks like he could fit the character pretty damn well, so hopefully he can act. Wonder Woman. We're going back to Wonder Woman. It's made so much money, right? And everybody's wondering, when can I watch this thing again? Well, guess what? It's going to be really damn soon. Wonder Woman will be available on Ultra HD Blu-ray, Blu-ray Combo 3D pack, and DVD, of course, featuring all kinds of extras. It'll be on digital beginning August 29th. So literally in just a couple of weeks, you can watch this thing on digital. And then on physical media, where you can buy the Blu-ray, will be September 19th. So there you go. August 29th digitally, September 19th, physical Wonder Woman, Blu-ray, DVD, and on demand. I'm excited. I'm going to have to get me that steel book, baby. Avengers 4 has officially begun filming, so very cool there. That one comes out in 2019. The second part of Infinity War there, even though they're trying to say it's not a second part, it's definitely a second part. They were filming the damn things back to back. It's a second part. We have some concept art for Batman's epic plane, the Flying Fox, I think it's called. The Flying Fox. Yes, the Flying Fox. We have the concept art of that coming out from Justice League. It looks really damn badass, so check that out. The BPRD has been confirmed that they will be in the new Hellboy movie as well. So if that's something you're interested in, know that they will be in it. BPRD will be in the Hellboy reboot. They are not supposedly going to be major characters, but they are going to be in the film. Wolf Warrior 2. Yes, you're probably wondering, 2? I didn't even know there was a first one. Well, this is a Chinese action movie, and Wolf Warrior 2 has broken the all-time China box office record with $571 million. That is awesome, man. Congratulations to Wolf Warrior 2. The USA Network has renewed Queen of the South for Season 3, so congratulations there. HBO is doing a special based on the Two Dope Queens podcast. Hey, man, HBO, where's my podcast special? Let's do this. Two Dope Queens is getting a special coming to HBO. American Crime Story, Katrina. They are moving forward with the Katrina one now. And Sarah Paulson is going to star in the revamped version. Of course she is, because she does every show Ryan Murphy's involved in. I love Sarah Paulson, so that is a great addition there. Arnold Schwarzenegger is set to play a human in Terminator 6. It will be how the T-800 gets his looks. Kind of unique. I like the sound of it. Supposedly, according to Arnold, they're going to start filming this thing in March. I don't know how much I believe of that, because I don't even believe they've locked down Tim Miller as the director yet, and I don't even know if they have a script. So let's take this thing one step at a time, but as of right now, this is an interesting thought of how to include Arnold into the basically a reboot. Talking about reboots, another one's coming for the Munsters. Yes, the Munsters reboot is coming to NBC once again. Seth Meyers is going to executive produce. Orange is the New Black creator's American Princess gets a green light over on the Lifetime channel. I'm so happy about this news. Netflix has renewed Glow for a second season. I love this show, Glow, on Netflix. It's about the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. It's an awesome, awesome show. Glad to see it coming back for a second season. Very, very much. Right now they're doing some touch-up reshoots for Justice League. That's what Joss Whedon's involved in. And supposedly a rumor came out a couple days ago saying that adjusting the tone of Cyborg was a big part of the reshoots, according to actor Joe Morton, who plays Cyborg's father in the movie. They're saying in the original cut, Cyborg was very dry. He was very just, I'm Cyborg, I'm a robot. But it makes sense, right? He's an android. But I guess they wanted to change it up. They thought he was too dark, so they wanted to give him some more levity and some more life so that people would get more accustomed to this character. So, how much truth, once again, is to this, I don't know, but that's just a rumor that came out. So, let's see. Alrighty, so Amazon has announced that they've signed an overall deal with creator Robert Kirkman. They're doing a first look deal with him, and the first thing they're going to do is Skybound. So Skybound. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I read the article wrong. Skybound is the name of Robert Kirkman's company. So they've basically, Robert Kirkman's company, Skybound, has closed a TV deal with Amazon. They're going to be doing a first look deal, which means basically they're going to be creating shows and possible movies with Robert directly that will come out on the Amazon platform. Congratulations to Spider-Man Homecoming. It's now crossed the $300 million mark domestically and has taken in over $682 million worldwide. It'll probably tap out a little over 700. I actually don't even think this one's opened in Japan yet, or maybe China. So Spider-Man might have a lot more money to make, so we'll see where it goes. But it's getting close to that 700 mark worldwide and over 300 million in the U.S., which is pretty damn awesome. So congratulations. We have the first trailer for The Death of Stalin, with Steve Buscemi and Jason Isaacs. Last Man on Earth has just added Chris Elliott to guest star, and Kristen Wiig, who was teased in the last season, will recur in season 4. George Clooney says that his upcoming movie Suburbicon is very, very dark, and it's not a comedy. He says the trailer is tricking people to think it's a comedy. He says it's not. It's a very, very dark movie. So, just so you know. Naomi Watts' show Gypsy has been canceled after just one season over on Netflix. Ben Affleck, we got an article up with him talking about Justice League reshoots and saying that how the movie's coming together really, really nicely, and how it's an interesting product of two directors, from Zach's vision to Josh's vision. It's a pretty cool article to hear Ben talk about, so check that out if you're interested. Release dates. So Sony, every once in a while, loves to just dump a bunch of release dates out at us, and then we kind of go from there. So here's the latest from Sony. So Silver and Black, which is their Spider-Man universe spin-off like Venom. It will be directed by Gina Prince Blythewood. It was originally set to be released in October of next year, but it's now been pushed back a little bit, and it'll hit theaters on February 8th of 2019. It'll go up against Lego Movie 2. Bad Boys for Life, which I've been waiting for years, man. Give me my Bad Boys 3. But Bad Boys for Life has been pushed back indefinitely. No, it was supposed to come out next year on November 9th, and it's now on a to-be-determined date. Ugh. Still waiting for a new director. Come on, Michael Bay. Let's do this. Bad Boys style. Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, Holmes and Watson is their movie, and it's moving from August 3rd of 2018 to the date they just got released from Bad Boys, November 9th, 2018. The upcoming Barbie movie has been changed. It was set to hit theaters on June 29th, and now it will be released August 8th, making it 8/8/18. Game of Thrones and Westworld director Michelle MacLaren's newest offering, The Nightingale, has also moved from August 10th, 2018 to January 25th, 2019, a date free from any other releases. It's based on Kristen Hanna's best-selling novel. The film tells the story of two sisters coming of age in France on the eve of World War II and their struggle to survive and resist the German occupation of France. And lastly, the Sicario sequel, Soldado, has required a release date. The film will hit theaters on June 29th, 2018. There you go. This time it will follow the character played by Benicio del Toro, and Josh Brolin will also be back as CIA agent Matt Graver. So that's the latest and greatest from Sony and all of their movies. We got some first look photos from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Nothing really crazy, just people on set. But you can check that out if you love those things. You know, going back to Annabelle, man, one of the big congratulations to it is that it only cost $15 million to make, and it made over $15 million just on Friday alone. So that was a big congratulations that it made its budget back in one day, right there. Very, very big deal. Leonardo DiCaprio is set to play another famous Leo. He's going to be doing a Leonardo da Vinci biopic film, because right? Because it's Leo, and this is the kind of stuff he does. We have a final trailer for The Defenders. This hits Netflix on Friday. I'm so excited for it, man. It's time to binge. Can't wait for The Defenders. Check out the final trailer if you want. Shonda Rhimes and her company Shondaland. She's the big showrunner over at ABC. She does Grey's Anatomy and Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder. Everybody loves her at ABC. Well, she's jumping ship. And guess where she's going? Netflix, because that's where everybody's going. Netflix has signed a huge deal with Shonda to create new shows for Netflix and oversee them. No word on what this means for all the ABC shows. I mean, I'm sure she'll still be involved, but everything fresh coming out after is not going to be on ABC. It's going to be on Netflix. So that's a big coup there for Netflix. We have the full list of all your winners from the Teen Choice Awards that just aired, so check that out if you're interested. Netflix has also ordered a new show called Best Worst Weekend Ever. It's a new comedy series, and the Breakup's Jeremy Gerlich will serve as the showrunner on the 8-episode series. Law & Order True Crime has just added a couple people. Raya Kilstead and Josh Stamberg have joined the first season of the new anthology series. Chrisley Knows Best has just landed a Season 5 extension and a Season 6 pickup over on the USA Network. Congratulations to 20 years of South Park, man. That is awesome. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that. 20 years. The entire series is available on Hulu for those of you that didn't know. Well wishes go out to Tom Cruise, who apparently was injured over the weekend doing his own, of course, his own stunt while filming Mission Impossible 6. It doesn't sound like it's anything too crazy bad, but he was definitely seen not walking right over the weekend. Definitely, we don't have full details on it, but hopefully he is okay and it doesn't hold up production there for the next Mission Impossible. Kristen Bell is set to play a possible love interest for Brian on Family Guy, and CK and Louis C.K. is set to guest star as himself on Family Guy, which is pretty funny. Going back to Josh Brolin, so he turned down Avatar, but a movie he didn't turn down was George Clooney's new movie Suburbicon, but it looks like he's going to hit the cutting room floor. Director George Clooney told us over the weekend that Josh Brolin was cut from the final version of Suburbicon. He says he was only in 2 scenes. He played like a baseball coach, and they were really good scenes, but it just didn't fit the movie overall. When they did like a test screening, it just kind of felt out of place. So he felt really bad. He sent Josh a nice little note saying, "Man, we love your scenes. It just doesn't fit the movie." This happens sometimes. It's always a bummer to know somebody was in a film and completely taken out of it. But yeah, Josh Brolin will not be seen in the final version of Suburbicon when it's released in a couple months. Margot Robbie and Saoirse Ronan have begun filming Mary, Queen of Scots. That started filming today. We have the first trailer for Molly's Game, which is the new Jessica Chastain movie. Pretty cool news here. They're currently filming Jessica Jones Season 2. And guess who's back? It's David Tennant. Yes, he was the Purple Man in Season 1, and he is returning for Season 2. No word yet if it's just a cameo, or maybe one episode where she needs to go talk to him, or if he's just going to be a full-blown villain again in Season 2. We'll see, but hey, David Tennant was great as the Purple Man, and let's see what he does in Season 2. Connie Britton has joined Frankie Shaw's new show Smilf, which is one we talked about earlier, coming to Showtime. She's going to be guesting on there. Mike Dougherty, who's directing the Godzilla sequel, he says that he's teasing a connection to the original Godzilla in the sequel that comes out in 2019. Pretty interesting to see that he's going to somehow try to link it to the original Godzilla, not the Matthew Broderick one or the one from a couple years ago. He's going way back and linking it to those old school ones. So very cool there. Transformers: The Last Night, probably like I've said before, probably my biggest disappointment of the summer because I'm such a massive fan of Transformers. But we got some details on when you can watch it if it's one you skipped out on the theater. Transformers: The Last Night will be available on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and Blu-ray 3D combo packs September 26th, so coming out next month. The adventure will also be available as part of the Transformers 5 movie Blu-ray collection, which will be arriving September 26th as well. If you do digital, you can get it up to 2 weeks earlier on September 12th. So there you go there. Transformers: The Last Night. I'll still buy it. I gotta complete my collection, but it's the worst of the franchise. We have the first official trailer for Batman vs. Two-Face, which actually has Adam West being Batman in this one. So R.I.P. Adam West. It's very cool to see him, or get to hear him another time play Batman. And William Shatner plays Two-Face. So very, very cool there. And in some very sad news, a stunt woman has passed away after an onset injury filming Deadpool 2. There was a motorcycle chase and her motorcycle crashed, and she passed away. So we have an article up with 20th Century Fox. They issued a complete statement following the death of the stunt woman. So I hate to end on a sour note like that, but that is the end of our news for today. So it's always sad, man. Very, very sad to hear. Let's shift gears to our releases, and we'll wrap this baby up. So out on DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday is The Wall and How to Be a Latin Lover. I really want to see The Wall, so I'll be definitely checking this one out. And if you follow me on Stardust, look for my review. In theaters this week is going to be The Hitman's Bodyguard and Logan Lucky. I want to see both of these films. We will definitely be checking out Hitman's Bodyguard first, and then maybe next weekend, or we'll have to do it as a filler weekend, but we'll definitely be checking out Logan Lucky sooner rather than later. And here's your weekend box office. Coming in number 10, it's Atomic Blonde with 4.6 mil. Number 9's Glass Castle with 4.9 mil. Number 8's Kidnap with 5.2. Number 7, Spider-Man Homecoming with 6.1. Number 6 is Girls Trip with 6.5. Number 5 is The Emoji Movie with 7.9. With 6.6. Number 4 is The Dark Tower with 7.9. Number 3 is a debut. It's The Nut Job 2, Nutty by Nature, with $8.9 million. What a bomb for Nut Job 2, man. I mean, the first one didn't make a lot of money, but it still made about $20 million. This one barely cracked 8. So that is nuts. It's nuts. Get it? It's Nutty by Nature. So Nut Job 2 at number 3. Coming in number 2, Christopher Nolan's film Dunkirk, still holding in there with 11.4 mil. And your number 1 film, we've talked about it before, it's The Creepy Doll, Annabelle Creation, bringing in $35 million, man. Very awesome. Like I said, made for a $15 million budget, and it crushes with 35. Woo! Awesome. Congratulations to them. The director of Annabelle Creation is the guy that's going to go off to do Shazam next, so that makes me very, very excited that people are loving his style. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight for this latest and greatest edition of Am I on the Air. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Hey, make sure you follow us across all social media. You could follow us on Twitter at Am I on the Air. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Our official webpage is amiontheair.com, so go ahead and check that out. Lots of cool stuff on the webpage. Go ahead and give us a like on Facebook. It's facebook.com/amiontheair. We're available on iTunes, so download, rate, and subscribe if iOS is your thing. It just makes it easier for you. Subscribe to Am I on the Air? We're there for you. If Android is your thing, then Google Play Music is great. Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn. We're on YouTube as well, so check out youtube.com/amiontheair. Give us a nice follow there. Subscribe. That would be awesome. Of course, the Stardust app. Make sure you follow me at Don Mega and support all the reviews there. I definitely appreciate it. And, of course, our great affiliates at RedDragonsRadio.com. Make sure you're following on Twitter at Red Dragons Radio. They stream this lovely show here. They stream my side show, Red Dragons Assemble, which we should be doing a new episode here for August pretty soon. With myself and Geeky Pat and possibly Peeps if he can make it. And so look for that and lots of other great podcasts, all available on RedDragonsRadio.com. And that'll do it once again. So I hope you all have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next time with all your new movie news and a review of The Hitman's Bodyguard. So till next time, y'all. Peace!
Bye, everybody.
Red Dragons!
Red Dragon.